Sarah K, how are you? How are you? You made it. Sarah K. Put my thing down. You made it. Thank you for coming. Stand. It's been a while since I've done a sprint, and I don't know how to use this online system of YouTube. So please bear with me because we might even be doing either silent sprints, which I know is kind of like what, but or I might put on the what do you call that? The fire, uh the the hearth and fire sounds, Um maybe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I've missed them as well, but school was on me. School was getting me. Yeah, you can. I hope until I figure this out. But my thing was, I don't want to go too long without doing my sprints. I am reading sprints in Chai Sieves, where the reading sprints, right? So we want to make sure that we're getting in our reading sprints. Plus, I still am in a reading slump. I don't want to be. Yeah, if you want to listen to some music, Sarah K, you can just put on your own music. Um, but that's the thing with going live on TikTok is a different kind of beast because TikTok with a reading sprint is so easy because you can just press the button and it gives you music. YouTube is a little different. It has so many compartments that you have to get from other places and then incorporate them in the streaming. So it's something new that I'm learning. Um Between Paperback Worlds has been helping me. She even helped me today, but so this is going to be very minimal because, uh, you know, streaming is hard. I've noticed that as well, that a lot of people have been in a slump. If you're in here, say hello so we can know that you're here. But yeah, I started my slump. I felt it coming in January. I read 23 books, I think, in January. Um, and I just felt it. I didn't care about anything that I was reading. I felt it coming. So thank you, thank you, thank you. It might look good. Y'all can hear me though, right? Everybody can hear me. Because as long as you can hear me, we're good. We can do some reading sprints. Because, like I said, I myself, me personally, right? I have opened so many books. Um, Good. It also has like a lag, so bear with it. Um, but I have started so many books. I've gotten so many books from the library. Um, Libby, my own shelves, and nothing has been catching my eye or my attention. I did want, like, I'm in the mood for a good thriller, a good horror mystery, and I'm a romance girly, and that's not even catching me. So, um, hope, I hope it gets that for me in my reading. So also today's Thursday, so a video came out on my channel of me working with my DSM, tabbing it. I needed to get the physical GSM because I was using my online version from the school, which is fine. It's just that I work better with a physical um, representation. And so I got the updated DSM-5 TR, which is the most recent version, and I got the updated tabs to go with it. It took me about, I want to say, 2 hours maybe to tab it correctly. Oh, actually, it's right here. Yeah. So school has been keeping me in my reading, but these tabs right here, that'll help you find where you are in the DSM. I needed to get it. This book is so freaking expensive. So I've been working on that book. So that video came out. But yeah. So let me know what y'all are reading, how your day has gone. If you celebrate Easter, how was that? If you've seen the movie Sinners, because Sinners, I just went to see it on Tuesday and it was phenomenal. I enjoyed it. I can also show y'all what I'll be attempting to read because I have so many videos that are ready to be put out on YouTube, but I just have to read the books. I have to read the books. I'm reading The End of Her by Shari Lapena. Shari Lapena. How is Shari Lapena? Is that a thriller? Because I think Shari Lapena is thriller, right? So I am reading The Walking Dead, The Fall of the Governor Part 2. These books are wild. I'm reading The Girl with the Stars in Her Eyes. I'm saying I'm reading, but I only read the prologue in here. Her Name is Night. Again, I only read one chapter in here. I've been opening up books, but I have not been finishing them, and that's not my fault. I went to my library and I got an audio book, but it's an audio player. And all you have to do is have the headphones and you can then listen to the audiobook. So I got Our Wives Under the Sea and My Heart is a Chainsaw. And I'm not going to show you all the other books because they are surprises for videos that will be coming out real soon. Because like I said, I'm in a thriller, horror, mystery mood. I'm reading, okay. Yes, it is. I've read a number of her books. She's never a 5-star read for me, but it keeps me entertained. I get it, because I'm reading Lucy Foley right now, Midnight Feast, and it's trash. It has too many characters. It's so many storylines that I got confused as to who was who, even though there is a male and a female narrator in this book. I think there's even more than two narrators in the book, and I'm still like, I don't know what the is going on. But I got the book originally from the library, and it was due, and there was so many people that were behind me, so I didn't want to hold it up. I returned the book, and I'm just listening to it on audio right now because it's not going to be a 5-star read for me. It probably won't even breach 3. That's how Shari Lapena books are. Okay, so Shari Lapena might not be getting picked up by me. I don't want it. Okay. I just read House of Glass by Sarah Pekkanen. It was good. And mind you, it wasn't for a video either, because again, I am in a reading slump and I find it rude of me to pick up books constantly knowing that I'm not going to be into it and it's no fault of the book. Right? Now the book could be the best book or the worst book, but if I'm feeling in a reading slump and I'm not feeling it, that's going to trickle down into how I feel about the characters and everything else. So if I'm in a reading slump, I try not to pick up too many books. But I did finish House of Glass by Sarah Pekkanen, which wasn't for a video. I read it because I just wanted to read it. And really good. Really good. Now, it took a turn, and I kind of figured it would have, but I recommend it. Yeah. So, a lot of these books I need to get to finish videos that are just waiting for me to finish them. But um I'm going to you should still be able to hear me while I figure something out real quick. Um 'Cause like I said, I can pull up the sounds for cozy fireplace sounds. Would you like to hear that instead of just putting on your own music? Because I could do that, or it could just be silent. We all are grown enough to pause, you know, and just read. It's up to you all. I can try it with the cozy fireplace 4K sound, or we can do something else. Okay, because it's on the cozy fireplace sound, you know what? I'll have to bring it down later. But because it's on the cozy fireplace thingamabob on YouTube, I'm gonna have to catch it real quick. Um, when those what do you call them? Commercials come on. So we'll try it. So can you hear the fireplace? Let me know if you can hear the fireplace. Good. Is it loud enough for you all? Can you if you can hear it, then we're good. We're about to start our first sprint. I can't wait. Like I'm excited. This is the first time on YouTube. I'm excited. Thank you to everyone that's here, everyone that can make it. There'll probably be some trickles in. But I am excited. Okay, so let me start the timer and I will see you all when we get back. Hold on, they blocking stuff. Okay, there we go.
We see you getting after your fitness goals.
All right, that was our first rant. Um, and I don't really know how y'all all did because the timer went away. That wasn't my fault. But the fireplace stayed. I don't know. Like I said, it's going to be janky for a minute until I actually figure out all these bits and pieces and stuff like that. I was trying my hardest to figure it out while we were sprinting, but no cigar. Um, but let me know if you still want to hear the fireplace because you can hear it, obviously. You just can't see it for some odd reason. You'll just be looking at me, looking at you, looking at me. But anyway, let me know what y'all are doing. I am a little bit hungry. I'm not gonna, but I'm still in chapter 2 of The Walking Dead, The Fall of the Governor, part 2. I am actually really, really, not that I'm enjoying them because again, the books are different from the comics, which are different from the show. Everything does not connect fully, but they are all enjoyable in their own right, if you know it, if that makes sense. So I was listening to my book, but I don't know how much I listened to. I just got to chapter 26. Well, that's good. Yeah. I have to figure out this YouTube thing. It is very hard. And maybe it's not as hard as I'm making it seem, but after dealing with TikTok being so easy and, just push a button here, push a button there, it's hard. So I'm going to figure it out. We will get it together. But what was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah, there are so many videos that are coming out. If you haven't been watching my channel, I hope that you will. We will be launching members, only members over here on YouTube soon because there are things that I want to talk about, but I don't think I'm not one to want to get demonetized, even though I'm not monetized at the moment. Again, more red tape. But one day we will be when it comes to that day, you all will know because you all are like ride or dies, and I love that for you and I love that for me. But yeah, only members. Let me stop saying only members because that sounds like OnlyFans. No, it's not OnlyFans, but it's just for members. And it'll be a book group. You'll be able to vote on what books are reading, what books I'm reading. Just books that are just for the members, where my creativity can soar a little bit more. But that'll happen a little bit later in the year. Legacy by L. Kennedy. Okay. Sounds good. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was just letting everybody know that it's janky over here on YouTube. That the sprints are a little janky. But we're gonna try and make it work. We're gonna try and make it work. At least for right now. This one is the first one. But I do have a series that I want to start on my channel, where we read the book and we watch the movie afterwards. And I had that thought because what's the book called? The Time Traveler's Wife has a movie. I watched it so long ago. I can't even tell you anything about it, but I have the book, which I've never read, and I want to read the book and then watch the movie. And if I'm watching it with my members, we'll have a great time. There is also Tia Williams's, I forgot the name of it. I'm looking at her book, but I can't see the name of it. But she has Perfect Fine. I think it's called The Perfect Fine. And I've never read the book and never watched the movie. And I want to be able to do that. That's good. My library, I don't know if it does have a book to movie club. I do know that they have a book club, but the books, not my time. But yeah, I want to do that. And if you're in my members group, which again will be launching soon, but not like tomorrow soon. But if you're in my members group, you get to pick what book we're reading, which then in turn picks the movie that we're going to watch. And I want to do that like every 2 to 3 months. Because I have a lot of books that have adaptations to them. And I want to read them and watch them. And I haven't watched them on my own specifically because I want to watch them with you all. I just think that would just be so much fun. Um, but yeah, there's a couple of ideas I have, and I'm trying to get it all together. My office is still not put together. If you could just see the state that this office is in, it's crazy. Um, yeah, but I have, like I said, I've been opening up so many books, and because I read books, but right now I'm in a slump. I'm buying books, which means my TBR is not going to go down at the end of the year like I wanted it to, because the thought was I read books, buy books. If I'm not reading books and I'm buying books, it's getting out of hand. So I have to work on it. I have to work on it. But I also wanted to use, because I used it more last year. I have yet to use, and we're 4 months into the year, my trash can, my prompt trash can. I have not used it one time this year, and I want to. I haven't used a number generator. I haven't done any of the fun things that I like to do when I'm reading and picking books off my shelves. And that's how I know I'm in a reading slump. I am in a bad reading slump because nothing is enjoyable. Now that doesn't mean that when I read a book and it actually like puts a smile on my face that I don't smile. I don't rate it high like it's supposed to. But it's rare when you're in a reading slump to really care about anything. And I love having fun when I read. That's the reason why I read. If I want to read uh things that are going to be more scholastic or in that vein, that's what I go to school for. So it's just not been good, y'all. What are y'all eating for dinner? Because dinner is approaching and I'm hungry. But other than, we're about to start another sprint, and like I said, I don't know why, but it's not showing you all the timer, but I'm pretty sure you heard the timer go off. So as long as you can hear the timer go off, that's fine. You'll see me, you'll hear the timer go off, and you will be listening to the fireplace, which is very relaxing for me. I don't know about y'all, but the fireplace, I put that on before I get in the shower, come out, and it's time for bed. So we're about to go into our next sprint. I don't know. Maybe I should just, I don't know. I'm going to figure it out. And in the next sprint, you'll know if I figured it out, if everything stays on the way it's supposed to. Because I can't figure out why the timer went away. But it doesn't matter. We're doing 25-minute sprints. We're talking a little, we're yapping a little bit when the timer goes off, and then back into our sprints. We're going to do about 3. We've already done 1, 3 to 4, depending on how you all are feeling and how I'm feeling. Because I suffer from migraines. I suffer from migraines. I have for a while. And I'm suffering right now. Um, and my body gets a little, lethargic and stuff like that. So I'm not really feeling good, but I'm not bad. I'm not badly off. So we're going to continue. I was just, like I said, I'm in the middle of chapter 2 in this book. I'm going to continue on because this is a library book and it needs to go back. This book was also supposed to be in another video, my unserial, a serial unfinisher of series video. And the only reason it's not is because I wasn't even up to filming that video. So I read part 1 by myself, off camera. I am reading part 2 off camera because I don't even feel like updating about the books reading right now. I don't want it to come across as they're bad books at all. So I'm not going to do that. So these will be skipping a serial unfinisher of series on my channel. But I have so many other series that I could be reading for that. So when I'm feeling up to it, I will get into it. But I'm nowhere near book 9 in this series. This is only book 5, I think. Book 4. I think this is book 4 in the series, and I own book 9. So we're nowhere near that right now. So other books in this series have a chance to be in those episodes. But I chose this YouTube channel, this YouTube journey, so that I can get more feedback from the people who watch me and the books that they want me to read, or book suggestions, or things that they want to hear my opinion on, and things like that. So I am looking forward to building my YouTube community the way I've built my TikTok community, brick by brick. Yeah, but we're about to go into our next sprint. And like I said, you'll just be seeing me reading, but that's okay. You'll hear the fireplace and the timer will go off and you'll hear that as well. So let's get going. Oh, there we go. All right, so the 25 minutes have started. I will see you all when we return.
It's not easy being the one everyone counts on to keep your operation running. That's why at Grainger,
All right, y'all. That was our second sprint. How was it for you all? I am in chapter 4 now, and I was shaking my head when I was reading it because I don't like you can tell men wrote this book, right? And it's no shade to men. I like action-packed movies and books as well. But the way they move from I just got to the halfway point. Good for you. I wish I got to the halfway point. Because the way they write characters in books are just nonsensical. Like, there's a character named Lily. You meet her in I want to say in the no, not the first book. You meet her in the second, third, and fourth book. She's in all three. And just picture this. If you've ever seen The Walking Dead, let's say Maggie who doesn't fight zombies, or even what's her name? Blonde girl who doesn't fight zombies often, right? They don't fight zombies often. They get to a point where they're better, right? But they don't get to a point where they can just run a town, be the leader, right? It takes time for that, and you see points of that happening throughout The Walking Dead, the show. I don't typically read books by male authors. And I know why a lot of people say that. But Robert Kirkman is the one who wrote the comics, which then became the Walking Dead show, and he was a critical part of the show, and he wrote the comics and things like that. But to write a book, I don't know if he should have been able to do that. I think they should have told him to put the pen down. Put the pen down. Because comics are short enough where you can leave out certain pieces, and as long as the meat of it is there, the comics go on. But in a book, you need to see progression of characters, and you only see the progression of certain characters. Like, this girl Lily went from being a coward, her words, not mine, being a coward, to big boss bitch. And I'm like, how did that happen? When did we see the progression of that? Because we didn't. We did not. But I don't know. I think in the next sprint I'm gonna read something else. Because I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to continue reading that. Especially in a slump, reading books that's not good can cause you to slump further. And I don't want to slump further. But yeah. So there's that. Let's see what else is in there. Oh, I did get to 25% in Hexed. I did do that yesterday. So maybe getting another 25% in today would be conducive to this. Has anybody read this? Let me know. I've read the other 5 books. This is the 6th book. She says she's not doing anything after this one. My favorite so far has been Hooked, which is the first one. And usually the first book in the series is usually my first. I enjoyed Hex. So you enjoyed this one. Okay. I think I see the twist coming because it is based off of, The Little Mermaid and such. Hooked is also my favorite. Hooked is the first in the series. I think she put her pen to work with that one. All the rest of them, I was kind of like, what? Was side-eyeing a little bit. But Hex 20, this is also one of the thickest ones, and I'm like, how much of the story do we need to know about the Little Mermaid? So I don't know, I might be doing that. I went to the library and also got, everything is coming off these library books, all these stickers and stuff. We used to live here. I heard it was really good. Is it? I don't know. We shall see. Look at the way it's written. That's different. Okay. I'm in the mood for thriller. I'm in the mood for mystery. I'm in the mood for horror. I'm in the mood for that. And nothing though is getting me there. Like I said, I did read Sarah Pecken in House of Glass, which I enjoyed. I think I gave it 4 stars. Really good. Um Midnight Feast is gonna get about a 2 from me. Um and I'm not even finished with that one. This one, horror, I can't wait. But I don't have any other horror. No, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's like I'm in the mood to read. My brain isn't in the mood to read. But yeah. So in this next sprint, I think I'm gonna read the first chapter in here and continue on with Hex. So many books, so little time, so little headspace for the books. Yeah. What are some movies you guys have watched lately? I've been going to the movies at least once a month. So I want to say Sinners was the last movie because I just went and saw that on Tuesday. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Um, oh, I went to see Craven, but I think was that this year? I don't know, but I went to see Craven. It was a movie. That's all I can say is it was a movie because what even was that besides him being topless and fine? What was that movie? But I also went and saw The Woman in the Yard. hmm Now Craven, I went with my veteran battle buddy, so it was veterans going to see movies. Um, and so it was. I think it was a premiere. I think we didn't even go see it before it came out. I think we went to see it as a premiere, and then it came out like the next day or something. It was a movie. It was that. And the last scene of that movie gave me the ick. I don't know about nobody else, but it gave me the ick. Him sitting in that chair, man spreading, all shiny for no reason. Like you ain't do nothing to be shiny. Why are you shiny with that mini with that mini crop fur on? Ick. Um, Sinners. I knew I wanted to go see that. Um, The Woman in the Yard has been on my mind because again, I'm in a horror thriller mystery mood, right? So that's what I wanted to see. Um, and I again will say I do not recommend The Woman in the Yard. It wasn't good to me. It just wasn't. And I don't like books or movies that depend on mental health as the driving force of the movie, the plot, the characters. It doesn't work for me. Woman in the Yard to me wasn't good. Sinners was again 10 out of 10 would recommend. What else did we go see? We went to see I don't remember anything else. But I do want to see G Force, whatever it's called, with Kerry Washington. I do want to see that. Drop. I do want to see that. Final Destination. I do want to see that in theaters. More traumatization for my life. Those are the 3 movies I could think of off the top of my head. But those are the movies I want to see. There's nothing else really. No, there's nothing else. Also, going to see movies is my way of just getting out of the house. Sometimes, just especially being in a slump, you tend to slump everywhere else in your life as well. So it's just my way of getting out of the house. That's it. Even if the movie is bad, I got out of the house, you know? The Accountant 2. The only reason I would want to see The Accountant 2 is for, what is his name, Jeremy Bentham? That's the only reason, because I barely remember Accountant 1 and he wasn't in it. So now I want to see it because Jeremy Bentham's in it. I want to see it because he's in it. I like him. I want to see it because he's in it. He's also in The Walking Dead, which I loved him in until I didn't. Okay, are we ready for our next sprint? This will be our third one. I am and they let me see. And they are playing Star Wars episode 3, so I might go see that. Yeah, my movie theater is playing a lot of old movies, older movies. Like they said Scream, they were gonna be replaying that. There's a couple of movies I would go see again in the movie theater. Like the Scream franchise, I never went to see that in the movie theaters. I don't play like that, especially after watching the one with Jada Pinkett Smith. And she died in the movie theater. Like, don't piss me off. I'm not going nowhere where people die or could die or play too much, and then I die. I love when they play the old movies. Yeah, but then see, I also like when the movie theater is empty. I went to go see Sinners. That movie theater was full in the daytime. That I don't like it because that's when I like to go see the movies in the daytime. When nobody is going to be there, when it's just me and nobody else is in that theater. But with all the new movies, everyone's in the theater, so I gotta pick and choose. But Drop, I will be going to see Drop. It just seems like, adrenaline inducing movie. Um, the action movie with Kerry Washington and her husband and child being tracked down. What was the other one? I can't remember, but I'm gonna see them. Um, yeah, but we're gonna start our next sprint, and I'm gonna pick a book to read. Probably order some food. Yeah, here we go. So we finished that sprint, and I finished chapter 4, and I also ordered some food. I needed to. How are you? I need to find a way to combat my migraines because I'm starting to feel nauseous right now. But I think one more sprint and then we could call it a day. I just wanted to make sure that you all knew that I was over here, that we are now doing live sprints on YouTube, um, as it should be. Maybe next week I'll do a live sprint on TikTok. I don't know. I haven't been live on TikTok in a minute, but I I know for a fact that we don't know how long we have with yeah, it gets like that. I sat for most of that sprint except for the last 5 minutes I was ordering food. So and that 5 minutes helped me finish chapter 4. So I'm grateful. Um But yeah, because and that is one of the reasons why I started YouTube is because TikTok is tenuous and YouTube seems to not be as tenuous as TikTok seems to be. TikTok seems to be like a bargaining chip for some odd reason. And since we don't know what or when, if ever, it's gonna go away, come back, go away, come back. That's one of the reasons why I started YouTube, so that even if that goes down, YouTube is still there. But also, YouTube is for long form content, and books are something that I like to talk about. And TikTok is not really made for that, even though, I mean, we all know we have 10-minute videos on TikTok, but nothing longer than that. So I wanted to make sure there was a place where I can say what I want to say, how I want to say it, and for however long I want to say it. I think the video that went up today, like I said, was the DSM video, but I think it's like 40 minutes long form content. It's also a video that you can read to, it has the music in the background of me putting the tabs in my DSM, making her look all pretty. So it's one of those type videos. Like, TikTok to me or for me is for scrolling, and I scroll TikTok. Not lately. Not lately, but I do. I scroll TikTok. I don't know. I guess that's what they call doom scrolling. I don't know. But I'm thinking of doing this thing where um I number my shelves, starting right here with number 1. So I would start right here and then number all of my shelves going from top to bottom. I have a shelf, a bookshelf over here. I have floating shelves over there. I have stacks of books over there, numbering them all and then putting them in the number generator and starting to tackle um my TBR that way. Because if like I'm mostly a romance and a thriller horror mystery reader. But I have other genres, right? On my show. So it's like, yes, I mainly like those genres, but why on earth do I keep buying other genres if I'm not gonna read them? So it's about time that I start reading those other genres. And I do like a sci-fi book if it's interesting. It can't rely heavily on me thinking about the sci-fi or understanding the sci-fi too much, because once I'm lost, I'm lost. But I'm thinking of doing that. There's some classic horror that I heard is really good. I'm thinking of reading those. Some of them, not every one of them. Yeah, there's a lot of ideas that I'm just playing with. And what's crazy is that people who watch the content creators, people who watch me, they have the best ideas. So they'll say, well, why don't you do this or that? And it's like, whoa, I never thought of that. That's why it's always good to bounce off the people that watch you because they know what they want to see. Even though I want to be able to cater to two at the same time, cater to what you all want to see from me, but also cater to what I want to put out, if that makes sense. So give the people what they're asking for, but also be able to be happy with what I'm putting out because I want to put that out. But that's neither here nor there, I guess. But yeah. How many books have you read this month? I have read, I want to say 13, which is thumbs up for me because I'd have never thought that would happen with my slump being the way it is. Let's see, I can tell you exactly how many books I read this month. It hasn't been a lot, I know that for sure. Yeah, I read 13 I read 16 this month, 13 last month. I DNF 2 books this month and 1 last month. Not bad. Not bad at all. For a person in a reading slump, that's not bad. I'm hoping to feel like I'm not there anymore. I'm not slumped anymore, but I am. I totally am. Usually I have a book in my hand. I'm reading 4 books at once, different genres, of course. But right now, no. I've only read 6 this month and only 30 so far this year. That's enough. That's enough. That is quite all right. I am not reading for amount though. Like I do think that some people might think, "Oh my, am I mad that I haven't been reading 40 books a month?" No. I already knew that once I hit 400 books read, 400 plus books read last year, I was good. I said I never want to read that much again in my life. It's no point. Not that it's no point, but I honestly wanted to push myself in my reading. This last year I wanted to push myself and I was able to do that. And because I was able to do that, I was able to see what I was capable of. That was it. I'm capable of reading 400 plus books a year, possibly even more, right? Now I know. I don't need to push that, like that anymore. This year is all about just fun. I want to read for fun. And if I'm not having fun, then I don't want it to feel like I'm forcing content on myself or whoever's watching it, I think reading should be entertaining, informational, and fun. All of the things all at once. And if you're not having fun and you're not enjoying what you're reading or you're reading what's popular, but you've noticed that what's popular is not what's for you, you're reading the wrong things. Usually by the time I'm reading a book that is popular, it has been out for a very long periodically time. at least a year. 6 months to a year, it's already been out. You know what book that won't happen with, though? Dan Brown's new book. I have to pre-order that one. Mind you, I keep saying I can't wait for it to come out. Have not pre-ordered it. I have not pre-ordered what's the other one? Never Flinch by Stephen King, which is part of the Holly series, and I think it's on this side. But I have the Holly series right here. Why haven't I pre-ordered that? I'm going to, though. Those are 2 books I need to pre-order because I want to read them. There's Kennedy Ryan's book that's coming out in May. I have pre-ordered that one. I don't think I pre-ordered any other books. But yeah. There are books that I am excited to read and I will read them, but everything in this room should make me excited because I am a voracious reader. And it's not getting the job done, y'all. It's not getting the job done. A slump is crazy. But I think this will be our last sprint of the night. I'm going to get us going. At least the last sprint for me for tonight on these live sprints. I told y'all I was coming and I'm here doing my best with what I got. And I know that it can be better, but we're going to get there. But for now, happy sprinting. I will see you all in 24 minutes. That was our last sprint of tonight. I ordered my food. My food is coming. I also got to, let's see, 75% of The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley. Happy to join in on these sprints. I am currently reading Tender is the Flesh. I have about 30 pages left. Everyone in my book has so many secrets. I think I know what the secret is in, what was this? Lucy Foley's Midnight Feast. But I don't care. It's like, it takes so much to get to the point that now I just don't care. Sometimes the secrets be juicy and sometimes it's just like, I just know they're going to be bad and I don't care. But I want to thank you, especially you, Sarah Kay, for showing up and engaging with me during these sprints. Hopefully they get better. They will get better. We're going to pray that they get better. Yeah, but we're going to end them here so I can go eat and try to figure out this setup for the next time we go live. And I just cannot wait because I have some things in store and, you know, YouTube, going live on YouTube has to work out for me to get those things all together. So thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. And I will definitely see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so that, you know, we get the things that we need to get over here just as well as we got them over on TikTok. But I will see you in the next one. Bye.